Our next topic, you would probably know a little bit more about this because you're more into comics than I am, but I don't know if you know anything about this. But apparently, DC is supposedly going to be doing a new Gods movie directed by Ava DuVernay, and whether or not he's the main villain or not, we don't know. But it looks like Darkseid is going to make an appearance. Wow, pulling out the guns that quickly, huh? Uh,
Well, honestly, that doesn't surprise me that much. DC has a really bad habit of pulling out the guns too early. For example, making an Avengers-like movie without giving any setup to any of the characters except for like two, maybe. Yeah,
I mean,
two.
that wasn't
Um,
that wasn't really my issue with Justice League because like I've
that was
seen.
part of my issue with Justice League. The other issue was just it was not. I do not think it was a good movie at all. I think the visuals were terrible. Not, yeah, terrible. Terrible is a word that I would use, especially Cyborg and the end sequence.
Like
But
I did enjoy Justice League. I thought it was decent, but like again, my problem like I didn't really have an issue with the way with the having a superhero team up film without without previous films because I mean, I didn't like the first X-Men movie, but I mean everyone else did love the first X-Men movie, and I mean, and that didn't have any other movies. There's Lord of the Rings. Like even if you just took Fellowship of the Ring, I mean, the characters are really well developed there, and there's so many of them. For me, that wasn't my problem with Justice League, but I mean, but the whole thing with Darkseid and New Gods, I'm like, wow. I mean, this is this is really this is like holy shit levels of villains because I mean again, what do you know about Darkseid? You would know more. You probably know more about Darkseid than I do.
he's kind of like DC's Thanos. He's super powerful. I'm pretty sure Superman's really the only one that can like stand up and fight him. But if I'm not mistaken, which one? Hang on, was it Darkseid? Um, no, it was Doomsday that killed him. But
Uh,
uh, I mean, I'm not too particularly excited about this. In my opinion, DC has managed to make two average at best movies out of all of the movies that they have made in their movieverse thus far. Um, I'm waiting for it to come out to watch it to really see if they do anything good with it, but I really doubt they're going to.
I mean, I think DC's on a pretty good streak right now. Again, I haven't seen Aquaman, but that got some pretty good reviews. Shazam got
It was alright.
Shazam got way better reviews than I expected it was going to get. They're doing Joker later on this year, which isn't connected to the universe, but I'm psyched as hell for it.
Yeah, I'm excited for Joker. Shazam was a lot better than Aquaman, but that's not saying too much. Aquaman for me wasn't that great. They have this bad habit of overusing CGI and making the whole screen look like the beginning of Star Wars Episode 3, like just a complete mess where you can't tell what is happening or why it's happening. Um, Kind of like the ending to Wonder Woman or also all of the Justice League. Shazam is really the only one that hasn't, at least in my opinion, overkilled it with the CGI. But um, I don't know. I just don't think that Warner Bros. Or whoever's in charge of this thing is doing a terrific job.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's really CGI in and of itself because I mean, look, I mean, let's take a look at Mad Max Fury Road. That movie is littered with CGI. It's just that we never notice it. I mean, I think the real problem is that at least for
Well,
you,
yeah, that's
anyways.
that's how you have good CGI. Bad CGI is
Yeah, I
CGI
think.
that you notice and it attracts
Oh
to
yeah,
itself,
like I mean, yeah, I
like
think.
in most of the DC movies.
I mean, yeah, for you, I mean, again, I think for you the problem is like bad CGI, not CGI of itself. I thought aside from Justice League, the CGI has been pretty good. I mean, I still think the DC's best usage of CGI was still Man of Steel, but regardless, I mean, Darkseid, Darkseid again. I don't even really know what New Gods is. Do you know? Do you have any idea what New Gods is?
No, I haven't really read a lot of DC comics. I'm more of a Marvel dude. I like the. I'm sorry. The two DC comic books that I've read all the way through are Watchmen, V for Vendetta, which I think was actually technically Dark Horse, so that might not even count. Um, I also really enjoyed the New 52 Teen Titans. Those are pretty good. Um,
So,
yeah, I hope the movie's good because I like good superhero movies. My problem is that, in my opinion, DC makes a lot of bad ones.
I mean,
Or Warner, I guess I shouldn't say DC because like Batman Begins and Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises were amazing, and that's DC. But like, you know, I just don't know what's going on.
the
They're
DC
like,
universe, basically.
it's not even a question of good or bad CGI. I just think that they're using it too much.
I mean, I might have to disagree with you there on the CGI again because like I've seen movies that were littered with CGI and they looked amazing. Again, the
Okay,
problem.
right. But like when you can't really tell that it's there because a lot of Mad Max, sure, there was CGI, but a lot of it was practical effects and
But
cars that they built with the guitar rig. That was 100% practical. The shot flames and everything. It's awesome.
but
You,
oh,
what I'm getting at is that when you have like scenes in like Aquaman example, for example, where you have a giant underwater fight where there's just a bunch of stuff happening, but it's all happening so fast, and there's so much crappy giant fish CGI. Like you can tell that it's like it looks like a video game basically, and that at that point when you get to those levels of just mess, I think that like you're really just not using CG correctly.
I
You're
that's
doing a very bad thing.
like that I don't like again I haven't seen Aquaman and I mean but if you think the CGI wasn't that good then that yeah that's fine to Chris like that's a good thing to like that's I can at least understand that because I don't want to see bad CGI in the movie that's why I'm saying the question is getting really good with CGI